Hey everybody, welcome to Shooting Gear Reviews, straight up guns and gear reviews. Today we are taking a look at this guy right here, the AEA Element here in 25 cal. This is the world's lightest production PCP air gun, and just because it's lightweight definitely doesn't mean it's going to disappoint in any of the other categories. Stay tuned and check it out. AEA Element 25 cal. Let's get her done. The triggers on these is truly some of the best AEA has to offer. Breaks so nice. A really just genuinely great trigger. Check this out. I'll show you one more. Really nice trigger. It's got a 10-shot mag in 25 cal, which is pretty sweet. Comes with 2 of them out of the box. And another really awesome feature about this rifle is just how easy it is to fill up. I'm using one of those small portable compressors that runs off a 12 volt. I've got a car battery in here powered off of my little solar setup, and it will top this guy back off in literally like 1 minute flat, you guys. It's like super fast to fill this thing up. So I know it would be no problem to get this full using a hand pump because it's just got a very small air cylinder, and the range in which you're using is a pretty small range. And by that I am gonna give the one sort of caveat to the gun, and that is that really you're getting like 10 to maybe 15 shots on this guy. Good, but I really think it's like 10 or 13 really good quality usable shots that you know are going to be accurate, know you're going to be within the same power range, and that's on this unregulated version. Of course, if I'd added the weight and the extra air and all of that to do the regulated version, I'd be reviewing a different gun. But I wanted the lightest weight PCP that I could get my hands on, and I felt that this was going to deliver enough power and accuracy. This to me is like your ultimate survival gun, because especially here in 25 cal, you've really got all the power that you need to take whatever sort of small game that you're after, up to even medium sized game, and you're not going to need 50 or 60 shots. You're going to need, hopefully, just one shot maybe, right? Or a couple shots to get out there and put some food in the bag if you're in a survival, or if you're just out there trying to take an air gun and go out and just backwoods it sort of a thing and use this as a survival tool. This is like just what you need, because it's going to fold down, easily fit in a backpack. This whole rig right here, scoped and all, I bet only is about 5-ish pounds, guys. Of course, today I've got my ATN X-Sight LTV 5 to 15 on there because it's just the lightest, smallest version of the ATNs that I've got. And I always got to make sure that I record whatever I'm shooting out here. So I would describe the Element as having reliable accuracy, not necessarily competitive accuracy, at least from my standpoint, but this gun has accuracy that is reliable enough that if I was using it for what it's really intended to be used as, which is a hunting gun, a survival gun, seeing these type of results with a hunting pellet like the Barracuda Hunter out here at 50 yards has me feeling like this would make a really good choice for a backpack gun, a survival gun, something that you're going to get out and know that you have enough accuracy, but definitely enough power for sure. And it's not going to weigh you down when you're carrying it around in the bag, out in the woods, so on and so forth. All right, so here's a closer look at the two groups I shot with the 25 cal AEA Element. We've got this here, my first group. Now I thought I could tighten it in a little bit, so I shot this group, and I think I did tighten it in just a little bit. So we've got 1.5 inches and maybe just 1.75 inches or so. So that's 250-yard totally huntable groups, guys. Any kind of small game that I was after at 50 yards, I am fairly confident would have been in the bag, unless it was maybe like a quail and I was going for a headshot or something like that. But, you know, if I'm out hunting with this as a survival gun, seeing this kind of 50-yard accuracy has me feeling pretty confident. So I got the Element out this morning, no wind, wanted to do some 100-yard shooting. So being that there was no wind, I did rush things just a little bit in that I did not re-sight the scope. I had it sighted for 50 yards, and in fact I had kind of been posing it for some photos and probably bumped the scope. So what I did when I got it out here to 100 yards was just basically figure out where it's hitting. I used that aim point to just shoot the rest of these groups because, you know, guys, you never know when the wind's going to hit, and I wanted to get this shooting in before the wind. So if you're watching the footage and you're thinking, why is he aimed so far over the target? Why didn't he just re-zero his scope for the 100-yard shooting? Well, it's because I do this so much. I felt comfortable knowing I was going to be able to group even using that aim point a little bit high into the right, and I wanted to get it done before the wind came. Let's talk about what happened with these groups here, right? H&N Barracuda Hunters have just been like a performer out of this gun. And I wanted to kind of make sure it wasn't a fluke, so I did test a few other pellets this morning. But, you know, once I found where I was aiming at, I put 1, 2, 3, 4 shots right there, and a fifth one was a little high, right here with those H&N Barracuda Hunters. That is some pretty darn awesome 100-yard shooting. This is the second group that I shot with the Barracuda Hunters. Now, gosh, that's not quite comparable to this first group. As you can see, I mean, this first group here, that's like an inch, maybe a little over an inch, 1.25 inches or so. And this is several inches. So that's a pretty big variation. And I'm going to say that after having shot this gun quite a bit, that this right here is not what I would generally expect from it for 100-yard accuracy. And this right here is a little bit bigger of a group than what I would expect from it for 100-yard accuracy. You know, 100-yard accuracy I would think would probably fall generally under these 4 shots right here. So I hope that helps you guys out a little bit. You know, I've been going through these targets like water lately. Otherwise, I would go ahead and throw another one up and keep shooting the thing. Show you guys yet another group at 100 yards. But I think that between what you could see from the 50-yard results, these 100-yard results, that should give you all a pretty good impression of what type of accuracy this gun is capable of. And in my humble opinion, this is definitely accuracy that I would feel comfortable taking this thing out and using it for hunting, which is really the purpose of this type of gun. It's not a bench rest gun. It's a survival, it's a hunter gun, and for those purposes, I think it works really well. If you're looking for a lightweight, backpackable survival gun, hunter, 25 cal AEA Element is definitely the place to look. I've had a whole lot of fun shooting this guy today. Hope that you guys had fun watching the video. Thank you so much for tuning in to Shooting Gear Reviews. If you like this video today, guys, definitely check this one out right up here. It's the review with the 22 cal version of the AEA Element. Click it right up here. I'll see you guys over there.